One of the things going with me on the survival outing is the quick grab food supply. This is about 5 days of rations all ready to go. Most of it's packaged, most of it's shelf stable. Some of this stuff I've actually had around for a while, and this is going with me. It's a constant battle to keep my solar panels going. I just noticed I have 12.0 volts again, and the charge controller says nighttime, and here I thought it was happily charging all the time. I gotta find out what the coons damaged this time. See, my problem is I don't have the proper connections, and everything is taped, but somehow the raccoons are wreaking havoc on my wires and causing damage. There it is. Keep pulling the wires out. I got to buy the proper connections. This is so annoying. And this one was taped. Look at that. It was up in the air, way off the ground, and taped. And those monsters are destroying everything. So irritating. Half the day is gone, and I only just noticed that I've lost all that sunlight. I'm so mad. I have this simple, cheap temperature thing. It's got a very simple weather forecast. I don't know if that even does anything, but what I have this for is the outdoor and the indoor temperature. This has, here's my indoor temperature, and I put the outdoor temperature on the porch. Now the sun is shining, and has only been shining on the porch for like 30-40 minutes now, and you can see the temperature difference from in the RV to the porch. Now I'll go and show you what the outdoor temperature is over on my big weather station. But this is just to give you an idea. The porch is now 72 degrees. Alright, and outdoors is 66 degrees, so there's a bit of a temperature difference. Now this is the living room temperature. My bedroom is a bit cooler than the living room, so I got enough thermometers, but it's important to know living room temperature where I'm sitting is always going to be warmer than the bedroom. That's nice, because bedroom I like cooler temperatures. I got the real outdoor temperature out in the middle of the meadow, and then I got the what do you call it here, the porch temperature. So pretty much have a good overview of what's going on around here now. Hi, this is Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World, the Off-Grid Project. I'm loading up my survival bug-out vehicle here. I got the tailgate ready. Sadly, my friends broke the latch on it, so MacGyver Joe got it so I can at least work it with my fingers. So I'll be putting that back on for the trip. I've got some poles, tent poles, and I've got a tarp I'll be draping over once we get to the site. I'm going to be filling my water jugs and just generally organizing and getting all my gear in here. I've got a nice camp table, some good survival gear and bug out gear. Got a nice big container full of food ready to go. I have a friend, he's got 5 acres up in the Catskills, and it's just nothing but plain wooded property surrounded by miles of plain wooded property. There's nothing out there, and he's had this for like, I guess 15 years, 14-15 years, and he's always dreamed of building a cottage out there. 2 years ago we put some cement, what are those things, those cement posts in the ground. It's a cardboard rigid frame, and you dig a hole and you put the cement in a tube, and then so we got that part done 2 years ago, but I haven't been back up to the property since. And he hopes to go up and buy a bunch of wood, and of course using a truck, so that's why this is all removable. He hopes to go up there and get the floor done and start building his cottage. And I don't get to see him much, so I said I'll help him out. And the homestead will wait. It'll be here for me. We're supposed to have 2 relatively decent weeks of weather right now, and I think my batteries will be very happy for me to leave and allow them to recharge, because right now I found out this morning they were down to 12 volts again, and that's a problem. But I figured I'd call this a survival trip rather than a let's build my friend a cottage trip, because survival trip sounds more fun and exciting. If I just said I'm going to build a cottage or going to help my friend build his stuff, that's sort of boring. So I decided to combine it because there's nowhere to sleep out there. There's no shelter, no water, no nothing. And that's how all of this began. I had the idea that I was going to take the truck camper that's fully decked out, fully loaded with everything I ever need, but it's about 2,000–3,000 pounds, and with the price of gas right now, I can't afford to take it. I just can't. And I wanted something lightweight and easier to handle and move around, and there you have it. Now you have the survival truck is born. I think it's pretty amazing. What we did in a couple days is impressive and quite awesome. I'm very happy. And I'll have all the gear stowed in here. I'm just setting stuff over so it's chaotic right now. I'll be showing you everything I'm taking. And once I get set up out there, I'll show you all the gear. It's going to be a good time. I've got some good projects and things prepared for us. I have extra sources of heat, fuel, backups for light. I've got everything you could need, basically. Everything. We'll be good. We'll be alright. But if we hadn't taken this, we'd have been suffering. That I'm sure of. So, yeah, the survival bug out vehicle is born. Since I got everything packed in here, getting ready for travel mode, my friend still hasn't come back from Canada, so I have no idea what's going on. I don't know what day we're going to leave, but I'm just getting ready for whenever that day comes. My sink battery is charged, so what I've done is thrown the solar panel up on top of the roof of the truck, and I've got a secondary set of batteries. These are all 6-volt batteries, and I've got them set up in 2 pairs of 12 volts and then paralleled, so I've got 2 12-volt batteries here, and the current I can't see the current. There's no markings on these. I have no idea what the ratings are. Oh, there it is. They are, wow, 6-volt, 12 amp hours. Nice. So I've got 24 amp hours of capacity here. Because they're paralleled, the current didn't change, but the volts did. Because these are, because these are in series, the volts added up, but the current didn't. Because they're paralleled here, that adds the current. So I've got 24 amp hours of capacity right here. But they've been sitting around a while and they're not filled up. Right now they were at 11.38 a little while ago. So I'm just going to leave these out with the solar panel wire jumpered on. And it's only, that panel is a 5-watt, half an amp. So out of, say 5-6 hours today, I got 3 amps out of 24 amp hours. So it'll take some time, but they'll be a good backup in case I need power for anything else in here. For emergency or whatever, I can always jump around to that, run my laptop for a little while longer, or run a light, or who knows what. But I believe in having redundancies. I'm a strong believer in redundancies, especially since the batteries down here, my battery bank, are very old batteries, and I don't know how good they're gonna be out here in the field. I'm not exactly comfortable with going out long term with old junk batteries out of the scrap yard, but I don't have a choice because that's what I've got. And I mean, honestly, all I would need normally is some lights, but I'm going to be doing videos and charge my phone and my camera out here in the field, and I'm sure my friend's going to want to do some laptop work as well. So anyway, it's coming along, getting it packed slowly. Oh, I want to show you what I got in here. I've got here a set of extra tools. I got my electronics toolkit, some extra wiring, extra sockets, my crimp ties, extra wires and odds and ends, an inverter that quit on me. I'm going to take it out and find out why. I've got some screws and bolts and extra fuses. That's coming with me. And then I'll take you over and show you another box I'm putting together. Also, I have a 5-gallon can of gas extra that I'm taking with me because we are going to be out in the middle of nowhere. So that's coming along as well. Now here is a container of extra provisions and emergency stuff. This is backups for my backups. I've got some alcohol, actually, that Joe from Wilderness Rocks left me, so thanks, Joe. I've got my Coleman camp stove that I hope I won't need, but I've got it with me just to be safe, and I've got some gas for that. I have some lanterns which I do intend on using. These are oil lamps that I do plan on using. I've got some lamp oil. That'll provide some heat. I actually will have no other source of heat except for these oil lamps and an alcohol lamp that I'm going to make out in the field. And I've got some lighter fuel for, I'll show you guys when I'm in the field, but I have found some awesome dollar store cigarette lighters, Zippo type lighters for $1. I'm sure they're not good quality, but hey, it's $1. Take care of them, they should work. Petroleum jelly, good for wounds or fire starting. Anyway, I'm filling this up with extras. Like I said, the only things I'm using, I've got three oil lamps, and those I do intend to use for heat. But other than that, the rest of this is emergency. Just so you know, though, a lot of people will probably be relieved. I'm not going to suffer out there. I've got a lot of gear. Nice dollar store find today while I was shopping. 5-foot tie-out chain. This is going to hold my solar panels. The new racks that'll hold the legs from spreading out and keep the panels from falling if the wind blows. Thank you, YouTube, for the ideas. Standing out on the porch. It's amazing how bright it is in here, with nothing but one single LED light installed. I can see everything clearly. I can really work in here. I like it. It is good. It's one LED light.